My quarterback question goes back to when you were just talking about De'Ara King, and there's no question in regards to who the starter is. Just a comment I know from my Ohio State people last year when they saw Justin Fields on the field for the first time throwing the ball at Ohio State, and just saying it was just so much different watching the ball come out of this kid's hands than everybody else in camp. I'm not expecting myself, and please correct me if I'm wrong, or you may not have this perspective at this point to be able to even answer this, that there's a noticeable talent difference between him and what we saw out of Jaron Williams or what we will continue to see out of N'Kosi Perry. It's more about he's got a better grasp, or should, of the offense. He's more of a dynamic playmaker as a runner. He has made better decisions, not necessarily like this big talent difference that you can just be like, wow, watch this kid on a practice field and you can see why he's the starter.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that all the quarterbacks are talented. You know, like the lacking talent is not a thing that Miami has, had to deal with. It's the performance. And De'Ara King, I think, has consistency and elite athleticism. Like, have you seen N'Kosi Perry juke guys out of their jock straps on the field in games that matter? I mean, that Virginia game that we won, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen it. I mean, the Florida State game, 2018, you've seen him go out there and ball, even when Miami was down by 1 million, but against Virginia Tech in 2019. Cozy went out there and balled. That kid can play. You saw, again, in 2018 against Florida State, those two throws back-to-back, up the seam to Jeff Thomas and up the sideline to Brevin Jordan to win that game on that one drive, back-to-back were two of the best throws that you will see. That's talent. That's elite talent. It was inconsistent in its performance. And I think that De'Ara King adds a level of consistency. And yeah, throwing the ball, Tyler Van Dyke is a very gifted passer. N'Kosi Perry is a very gifted thrower. I think he needs to develop a little bit more as a passer. But if you're sitting there on air and watching 5, and what's Tyler wearing, 19, sling it, now you see, Tate Martell in a spread system, and it's like, wow, he's throwing passes that look good, like spirals, not wobbly ducks when he's trying to get his footwork right under center and things like that. Now, De'Ara King is the full package. This is a kid who doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but he can put it on a rope. He can fit it into certain windows, and he knows his limitations. He's not going to take as many chances with the ball as N'Kosi Perry, because N'Kosi Perry has a cannon. So you can say, okay, I'm going to try to fit that ball in because I'm going to trust this howitzer that God gave me on my shoulder. De'Ara King is probably not going to take those same chances because he doesn't have that kind of arm. But he does know what he can do. He does it very, very well. And he has the additional ability, more than N'Kosi, of being fast. N'Kosi is like quick and he can move and he can run a little bit. De'Ara King, he had a 98-yard kickoff return as a freshman wide receiver because he can fly. Now, yeah, I think that his skills passing are very good. It would be interesting to see Tate Martell versus De'Ara King in terms of running, because they are similar type runners as opposed to N'Kosi Perry. But no, I do not think that there is a dearth of talent in the quarterback room at all for the Miami Hurricanes.
Swamp Life 2020 asking, Kim, are you a fan of the helmets not having the U on them? I saw some pictures of those on Twitter today.
Are
those just practice helmets?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the helmets behind Mark because he has Clemson and LSU and everybody else back there, but whatever. It's fine. It's a psychological thing. Thank you, Mark. Where you have to earn the U on your helmet by doing certain things, certain days, and dedicating yourself to the pursuit of excellence and the standards of the program and things like that. I'm fine with it. Honestly, I think that it is a motivational tactic. It is a thing that many a team and other organization have done. When I was a choir teacher, I did something similar where you had to earn your cardigan, your sweater, in our top ensemble, like, oh, well, I made it into Varsity Singers this year. I said, you haven't done this, that, and the third, where I've ordered for you this iconic, cardigan that is one of our uniforms that we wear. So until you do such things, then you're here, but you're not fully integrated. Same thing. You can talk about the stripes on helmets places. You can talk about the U on the side of the helmet. You can talk about any kind of other thing. And is just an extrinsic motivating tool for the players. I'm perfectly fine with it. I know that some people detest it because we're the U. You should always have a U on your helmet. So no matter anytime, anywhere that you're on a field, you're representing and people know. But people do know who we are. And if Manny Diaz has decided that this is part of the process to build this team and to get better, because again, 6 and 7, whatever it was last year, it was terrible. Got to get better from a performance standpoint. So I'm not really going to sit here and worry about the U's being on or off the side of the helmet on day 2 of spring practice.